No, I'm not a fly fisherman.
Now that you got that out of the way, we cleared that up and I can take everything you said seriously.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Deep Drop for another episode. This is a fishing podcast. My name's Luke McCredden, and with me, as always, is Adam Ring, who is a good friend of mine. We've spent long hours on the water, in the car, on road trips, countless amount of beers around a fire and a campsite, and plenty of conversations which adds 145 episodes ago led to this podcast, which is The Deep Drop. But I still struggle to explain what it's all about. So please, my friend, take the reins.
The Deep Drop podcast is kind of like the hint of spring in the air. So we've had some great days. We had some great days here in sunny Victoria. Mild, warm, flowers are starting to bud. Things are getting pretty sweet. And I thought, you know what? The podcast is kind of like this weather. Because as we approach launch day every week, there's just a slight smell of awesomeness in the air.
There's some excitement in the air.
Yeah.
There's some positive uncertainty, if that's a thing. You know what I mean?
That's brilliant. Some positive uncertainty.
Yeah. That
could be the new slogan of this podcast. The Deep Drop.
Positive uncertainty.
Positive uncertainty.
That's a t-shirt.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. So
I like it a lot.
Let's write that down for a t-shirt.
Future endeavours.
Yeah. But if you're new here, we come up with lots of t-shirt slogans and things that we'll slap on a tee. Haven't brought any of them to life as yet.
It's okay. We're banking them. Just waiting for the right time. Life's about timing, Luke, and it's no different to the Deep Drop podcast.
Actually, there was something you said, and I can't remember off the top of my head. It was a couple of weeks ago in one of the social that we captured and posted on social media, and someone simply commented with, "That's a t-shirt."
Yeah.
And I'm like, you get it.
Well, actually, so this, to elaborate more on what the Deep Drop is, do you know the real answer? Do you know what the Deep Drop is?
What is it?
It's not us, mate. It's not this podcast.
It's not us. No.
It's the community.
It's the community.
And when someone who's been listening to the Deep Drop comments, that's for a t-shirt. They understand this podcast. They've listened to all 144 episodes as we record 145 right now. And they understand our essence. They understand what the pod is. And I think that's why this pod has been... Well, it's consumed my life, Luke. I'm just going to say. When we're not recording, I'm thinking of things that we could talk about. And it's been a brilliant outlet for all the things that we've learnt over nearly 20-odd years in the trade, you and I, through various roles throughout this beautiful world that's recreational fishing. And it's a great outlet. But only if you listen regularly, you're really going to be able to embrace some of the crap that comes out of our mouth. Yeah.
And I'd like to think that there's also conversations outside of, like the water cooler conversations where someone will talk about something they did on the weekend and someone will go, well, I was listening to the boys during the week and here's their spin on it. Listen, it's great. And thank you everyone for tuning in today. But if you've been along for the ride since, hey, going back to number one's a long way, and we have got part of our community who have been here since number one, and we cannot thank you enough. But if you've jumped on somewhere midway, that's all right. That's fine.
It's okay.
So just keep on trucking with us, or you could go back at some stage and scroll through the early apps as well. You can do whatever you want. That's also what we're about.
And get creative. Get creative. Don't start at number one. Work backwards from where you're at.
Wow, that's something.
It's just getting funky with it. Why not?
Why not? I love it. But and if you're new though, it's great. Well, it's great to have you here. Welcome. You are now officially part of the community. You don't need to do anything to qualify for the said community. You're just in it.
You're just in it.
You're
entrenched. Whether you want to be in it or not, you're in.
Yeah. You don't. That's the only thing you don't get to say. You're in it. So
you're in.
No, good to have you here. Now we've got a lot of touch points ads. So obviously this podcast, the audio format of our podcast, is certainly the OG of where the Deep Drop stem from and what it's all about. But social media, you can't get away from it. It's part of life. Instagram,
correct.
TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. Adam, do you remember when Threads was launched some time ago?
Hang on. Did you say Spotify as a social media platform?
Yes, I am. Because you can get on your device right now as you are listening to this and drop a comment. Did you know you could do that, Ads?
In Spotify?
In Spotify. Jump on. Okay, everyone listening right now. Well, unless you're driving, don't do this while you're driving. When you get to work or wherever you're going.
Wait till you get to a red light.
Yeah.
I mean, wait till you get to yeah, sorry. Wait till you get to work.
Jump on your phone and the episode that you are listening to right now, just open that up. Just open that up as you would as if you're about to press play or pause or whatever and drop a comment. You can just bang a comment right there. And it doesn't have to be about anything.
Just write comment.
Just say, just got to work. Thanks for the ride. Or you know what I mean? Whatever you want. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're doing right now, actually.
Just got to work. Just having a shit.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
That's okay too. Yeah. I'm on the water, catching fuck all.
Yeah.
Listen, we sort of often reference the morning sessions, like morning, work, shitting, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's plenty. Someone might be at the gym, smashing out a run on the treadie or a few bicep curls ads.
So what do you reckon? We're more of a cardio podcast or a lifting podcast?
That's a good question, and I can't answer that. So we need whoever's listening to this right now in a gym, tell us. Are you lifting are you running?
Yeah.
Or bike? Could be, whatever.
Cardioing.
Are you throwing a kettlebell around is what we're asking.
Ooh,
or are you jogging up a sweat?
Slight incline on the jog?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, running.
If I'm going to do a treadie, just keep it flat. I'll do the hills outside and the real path, you know what I mean? Which I'm not a fan of either. But all right, good. No, so Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, as mentioned. And that's what I touched on before. Remember Threads? Remember when Threads got launched?
Is it still a thing? Is it still launched?
Well, it's still there and it's still active, and our account's linked to a Deep Drop Threads account. So
there you go.
I haven't. I got a notification about Threads today. It's a Meta thing.
Yeah,
it's Meta's version. Well, I think they wanted it to be their version of Twitter or something. Was that the plan? I can't remember. Anyway. So we're there, but don't, and Facebook too, we're there too. But, and I know people do drop comments and stuff there, and, I appreciate it. We miss them a bit because we're not kind of on Facebook.
So Instagram or Spotify?
And
or
keep
TikTok.
it going. We hear so many times throughout every single day, and I love it. Just love it. So
keep them coming.
Keep it coming. Now, the website, Ads, is also a place you can go and just sort of engage and check out our stuff. Thedeepdrop.au is the web site. Name, address.
The one-stop shop.
Yeah.
The one-stop shop for web life that is the Deep Drop. You can get a little bit of background on us, Luke. You can, or two of the most important things. Well, three of the most important things. Listen, if you like to kick it old school and you prefer an email, drop us an email.
Yeah.
You can do it via the... Listen, it might go straight to junk, but,
no, it won't.
whatever.
It won't. No, I'm monitoring this stuff. We haven't had an email for a while. We get lots and lots of messages on the other platforms. Send us an email. Wouldn't mind.
Yeah, send us an email. Why not? So you can do that via the website. You can jump on and get a description and tip of the Deep Drop cap, which I'm going to get to in a second.
I am tipping said cap.
Tipping. No, this one's a tip to you because you did summarise and upload a description of all 144 current episodes of the Deep Drop. So if you are new or you've only listened to half, you've only been with us for a short while, head on over to deepdrop.au, have a look at all the stuff that we've dribbled for 145 episodes, and then you can get tactical about which episodes you want to go back and listen to in the back catalogue. So you can do that. But Luke, the merch. Now, I'm going to flip this podcast on its head. You can tell me about the combo.
Oh shit! Hang on, I'm not prepared.
You tell me about the combo.
Listen, it's a great combo. I'm going to keep it simple because it doesn't need to be over-analysed, Ads. The combo is a high-quality baseball cap with black with the Deep Drop logo in a brilliant green. That's
like it. Official colour.
Well, if it's not, it is now.
Yep, nice.
It's just center on the front and center, that logo, and that's it. That's all it needs to be. Comfortable flex fit cap. The other half of the combo, Adam, is of course the stubby holder, stubby cooler, stubby holder, whatever you want to call it. Hello, heard that. That was
You wouldn't
nice.
You wouldn't have heard that if it wasn't a deep drop stubby holder.
And it is just, it just accompanies anything you're having, whether it be an alcoholic beverage, whether it be a can of Coke, whether it be a water bottle, whatever you need to do, it will make your life better. Now, I know you've said in the past it'll make the drink better, Adam, but it'll make your life better.
Like it, because can't say I'd argue with a word you've just said. So it's a beautiful combo.
So you can head over to the deepdrop.au, grab yourself that combo. Now, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works, Adam, because I'm not sure if you're aware. You don't spend lots of time on social media. But just the other day, and people on Instagram and TikTok and whatever would have seen a video go up, we received a package from our good mate Rui Tang. Now, Rui squid jigs are certainly out and about, and Rui's killing it as far as his jigs in market at the moment. Rui has created a squid jig that is awesome. The Deep Drop green with the Deep Drop logo on the back. Adam, not just on the back, it is the bite zone for a calamari. It is where they're going for it. Yeah. And can I just say, it's a good green. It's a good green.
Some might say it's a brilliant green.
It's a brilliant green. Now, I cannot thank Rui enough. Now, I'm a fan, and you would know this person, but I think I've spoken about it on the show. I have jig cases full of Rui jigs because I genuinely rate them. They just catch. So to see this rock up ads, wow, I'm so pretty awesome. About it. It is very, very awesome. So again, massive shout out to Rui. They're not just a novelty jig. This is going to catch. If you know what I'm saying. So I got to get out there and just give them a good run. Now, the spanner I'm throwing in the works, Adam. Now, these aren't for sale. We need to say that straight off the bat. So this is a promotional item, you might call it.
Yep.
For those in the know, and we have a bunch of them, quite a decent amount of them. For the next couple of weeks, if you want to go onto the deepdrop.au and grab yourself the merch combo, the cap and stubby holder, I'm going to throw in a squid jig. I'm going to throw in a Deep Drop squid jig.
I like it.
What are your thoughts on that? Oh, we're doing this in real time, by the way. So we don't have pre-production meetings. If you're new here, you just so you know, if you've been here a while, you'll know that. So that's what we're doing.
As a fellow co-host, Luke, do I need to buy said combo to get my hands on a squid jig?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, you?
Yeah, me.
Oh, you. Still yes.
Yeah, okay.
Ads, there'll be some of these bad boys coming your way. Don't you worry about that. Look at that. Look at that bunch of them right there. Hey, These are cool, man. I'm really pumped about it. And like I said, I'm also super pumped that that's not just a novelty item. They are on a legitimate
a proper
squid catching jig that will work. And I can't wait to see these torn to pieces and smashed with ink and just, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, love it.
Listen, there's going to be some opportunities throughout the course of the next, little bit where we might do some giveaways and bits and pieces. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. But if you want to get your hands on some merch, there is absolutely no better time than right now because we will throw in one of the Deep Drop squid jigs. Thank you to Rui for putting those together for us. I'm pumped. Yeah. Excuse me while I just nearly threw up some of the beer. I just sculled out of excitement about the Rui squid jigs. We have been talking social media ads. Now, I just wanted to touch on just a quick shout outs tonight. I just wanted to touch on you. We put it out there on the back of last week's show, and you opened up to the community about your
some safe space. I feel comfortable with this community.
You're in a funk.
I am.
You are, or you were? You still are.
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
I'm getting better.
The
weather's got me up
and
a bit.
Out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so you spoke about it, and it was good. And the question we posed was, how do you snap out of a fishing funk? Because that's what we needed. We needed you to snap out of it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to go through some of the comments, and we got messages.
Nice.
We got comments.
I need to write these down.
All right, the first one. I don't think it's much of an answer, but. James Beefer says, never mind that. I can't get the sound of Adam saying, scratch my flake itch out of my head when we're talking about chocky bars. But no. So how do you get out of fishing funk?
He's in a life funk after hearing that.
Gibber D says, by catching 10 species on topwater.
Okay. So stick to the grind. That's what I'm hearing there.
But I love where Gibber's gone there with throwing one of the monthly rezos in the mix as well. Well played.
Yeah, I like it.
Marty says, I found it easier, especially as I'm getting older, it's always easier to talk yourself out of doing it and have a crack. Just get out there, Adam Ring, and have fun with it, mate.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Back to basics.
Ocean Angler, shout out Paul, Ocean Angler all the way, all across the ditch in New Zealand, says, buy a new rod. I don't mind that.
Brilliant. No. Writing that down.
Josh Hayward says, catching a fish. Yep. That's kind of the funk, but it's a fair call. Ducky's Fishing says, just embrace it. Embrace the funk.
Embrace the funk.
That's an interesting take on it.
Didn't consider that.
Didn't
if I embrace, I can forget. Or I can yeah, okay, I like it.
Purple Patch Fishing says, just get back out there and tie on your confidence lure and then smack them. The confidence lure is a good call, actually.
It is a good call.
You know what I mean? Go back to basics.
Go back to the old faithful.
Yep. You mad bastard? Is that how? Says karate chopping a couple of squid to get your frustrations out.
Well, now that I've got a new squid jig, it might be on the cards.
Yeah. Spool Spinner says, just get out there and have a go. If that doesn't work, burly up and catch up some on dirty bait to get your mojo back. Don't mind that either.
Don't mind that at all.
Yeah,
okay.
Not bad.
Don't mind that one.
And finally, Taz Whitty says, tick off a monthly rezo. That will certainly get you out of your funk ads, and I think that's not a bad bloody call. Yeah. So there's just a few there. Like I said, there were more come through in messages and whatever, and it was actually really cool to hear from everyone. And hey, mate, the community have got your back, ads.
Yeah. No. I felt the positivity.
Good.
I appreciate it that no one or none that you cared to read out, Luke, just sent in harden up.
No, there was
tablespoon of concrete. I appreciate that. And this is why the Deep Drop community is the best, Luke. We're an uplifting bunch. We've all got each other's back. I already feel really good. About snapping out of this funk.
Yeah, good. I feel like you're close. I feel like you're on the way out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I wanted to launch into a topic tonight that I really want your thoughts on this. And a massive shout out to Jasper Davis on Instagram, who's come forward with essentially a question on the back of. I'll read the message I got during the week, which sets up a very interesting talking point, Adam. So Jasper said, just listen to episode 94 on my way up to Lake's Entrance where you talked about brim and trevally. Just want to add my 2 cents worth. Brim can respectfully go fuck themselves because I suck at catching them. Trevs are way better because they're easier to catch. They're better fighters. They're way more yummy. They're better bait. They're more accessible. They grow bigger. And the bycatch potential is generally better. I know you find both coexisting in estuaries, but Trevs are just better. Honestly, why are Brim so highly regarded when Trevs beat them in almost every category, in my opinion? Feel free to disagree, but I'd be interested in your take if you want to discuss this. No, I'm not a fly fisherman.
Okay, so now that you got that out of the way, we cleared that up, and I can take everything you said seriously. Mate, I need a quick 15 seconds to...
Yeah. Take this in. Because
I need to try and think of a reason why he's wrong.
Jasper has potentially opened one of the largest can of worms the Deep Drop's ever seen.
Yeah.
Can of worms in this case being... Brim are... on a pedestal. They are.
Let's break this down. Yeah.
So let's just
100%.
talk about Brim for a minute and why they're... So there's tournaments, they're kind of the species that gets mentioned whenever you talk about an estuary or, they're always there, But as Jasper's very, elegantly laid out for us, they're second fiddle in a lot of categories to other species. So why are they so highly regarded, ads, in your opinion? Take out the Trevally argument. Just Brim themselves.
So we're speaking about Brim.
We're talking about Brim right now. Why are they? And then we'll talk about, Trevally should be held on that same pedestal. But why is it? Why are Brim so highly regarded?
I think it's a lot of different reasons for me.
Right.
Now, I love brim fishing. I've done heaps of it. And we'll break down a few ideas, but I think one of the key ones for me is they're difficult to catch but not impossible. Therefore, you need to lock in and think about what you're doing, but the reward is ultimately going to be there consistently enough to allow you to keep fishing for them to get better.
Right.
So if we were to talk about and compare them to a harder species, let's just say if this wasn't a conversation between brim and trevally and it was a conversation between brim or mulloway, well, mulloway are just too hard to catch consistently.
Yeah.
So you never know if you're on the right path. Whereas with brim, they'll allow you to find a path that suits you in multiple different ways. For me, for example, I suck massive ass at catching brim on hard bodies.
Right.
But can catch the hell out of them on soft plastics.
Yes.
So I've been brim fishing for 20 years and I still haven't even scratched the surface on a completely different way of catching them.
Yeah.
But it can be done. So they allow me to keep honing my craft on catching them, or I can lock in.
Yeah, I get that. But then let's bring the trevally back into the conversation. Everything you said then could be kind of said for a silver trevally as well.
Well,
couldn't it?
not really.
No?
No, not really, because what's another way to put it? The most exciting part of brim fishing for me, and though you can catch them, and it's probably why my journey has been based around soft plastics more often than not.
Yeah.
To me, there's little more exciting than getting that little bite tick deep in a snag, and you've literally got 3 seconds whether it's over or you win. If trevally predominantly resided in snags, I don't think anyone would give a shit what a brim is.
Yeah, you also don't reckon would land too many trevs if they were deep in mangroves.
So my question, my counter question, why in my brain does a trevally always feel like a bycatch species and not a species that I would actively go and target?
No, I couldn't agree more. However, I feel like, and maybe it's because of, maybe I've just been personally doing it a little bit more. I feel like that is shifting a little bit. I'm not talking about them taking the mantle for brim. I'm just talking about becoming a target species more. Well,
this is interesting because the two parts of the world where you and I live, Luke, yes, we're both in Victoria, but we live a couple of hours apart. It is a fully functioning fishery where you are.
Yeah.
Where I am and situated between Port Phillip and Western Port, where am I going on any given day in winter and spring to try and catch a trevally and be half a chance?
Yeah, it's a fair call. But there's a lot of elements to this that got me thinking when I read this message, and I thought, Jesus Christ,
it's a great question.
And just going back to the points, they're better. Jasper's points, they're better because they're
let's break them down. Yeah. Each one, so, go for it.
So the first one is easier to catch. I would say
true. Would you say
probably?
Would you say true? Easy to catch. Easy to catch in what way? As in, you don't need to. Your presentation of a bait / plastic doesn't need to be as spot on as it does with a brim.
Open water as opposed to snag fishing.
Snags.
So and probably more
easier to get a bite out of. You reckon?
Maybe
because I've had some sessions on brim where it's pretty easy to get a bite.
Yeah, I think if you find a school of anything that's feeding, you're okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah. But I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that point. Yep.
Better fighters.
What do you appreciate out of a fight?
Because I think they're different fighters. I think we can say that.
They're very different.
Trevs will pull string further and probably harder in long, consistent runs than a brim. But a brim's got that dogged sort of, if to your point before, if it's near a snag, it's going back in there.
I reckon a trevally is going to test your angling patience, whereas a brim is going to test your angling ability.
Yeah, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad. The patience
both very respectful and awesome.
When you start getting a decent size silver trevally, 50 centimetres plus,
even those little ones.
Yeah, even the little ones.
When they turn on their side and swim around in circles,
hard work.
They've only got a soft mouth. If you get impatient, you're just going to pull the lure straight out of its mouth.
Yeah. It's an exhilarating run, Trevs, when you hook up. It's, and you're pretty certain you've got one pretty early on in the fight. Like, if it's in an area where there are brim or whatever. So I would say definitely
I'd go 50-50 on that.
A different fighter. A lot of... what about what's more fun? I reckon a Trev's pretty fun.
In a sport fishing sense, I reckon trevally's probably... I don't know. There's nothing like a brim just rattling on a snag.
Fair. Yeah, fair. No, that's good. Especially if they get up there in a decent
But that's a
size,
personal preference for me.
Okay, edibility. Jasper said they're way more yummy. I love that. I love how you've written that, by the way. Tastier.
No, that's... Yeah, fair.
I think that's fair. Silver trevally are better on the chew.
Yep.
Better bait, yes.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's cutting
definitely.
up a brim for bait. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm certain people would be. But I don't... Yeah, it's probably
Technically
not.
speaking, I reckon heaps better bait. Yep.
Trev's a very good bait. More accessible. Now, this is interesting. Because I'm not... Again, this is a tricky one to... Because... Yeah, I think I do think one of the things that puts brim up there is their accessibility for anglers of all levels. And, they're always spoken about as one of those species that you cut your teeth as a kid or a jetty rat, fishing for with nippers or whatever. Brim, I'm talking. So I think...
Yeah, but there's not really an accessibility problem with trevally.
Nah.
I guess... I would almost say the only reason a brim would be more accessible because it's more widespread, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Though Trevs aren't really isolated. I don't know. I think that's...
Up for discussion.
That's 6 and one, half dozen of the other.
Grow bigger. True.
Yeah, true.
The bycatch potential is generally better. So I think what that refers to is your more chance of catching a trevally as bycatch than a brim as bycatch. Is that what that's... I think that's what that means.
Or is it if you're fishing for trevally, you've got a chance at bycatch, which is also cooler? Though I would argue that. Because
I'm not sure.
How many times, and just relating to these two fish, you can be brim fishing and get a silver trevally as bycatch. Rarely are you going to fish for silver trevally and get brim as a bycatch.
I think that's what this means. I think you're more chance of catching trevally as bycatch. Maybe is what this is alluding to. Yeah.
Read that to me again.
The bycatch potential is generally better. Don't know, actually. I'm confused myself now. So that's all right. But I'm with you. I think you typically, same as estuary perch fishing, you'll pick up a trevally.
But if we were to say, the way I'm hearing it, which could be totally wrong, the potential for... if you're fishing for trevally, you've got a cooler species list of potential bycatch. I would argue false.
Yeah, so you're sort of saying if you're fishing for...
trevally, what are your potential bycatch options? Australian salmon?
Taylor.
Salmon. Pinkies? What are your potential bycatch for brim?
Perch.
Estuary perch. Silver trevally.
Yeah.
Salmon. Yeah.
No, but yeah. I like, and I just to round out this little bit, because that was the last sort of point, but I think he went on to try and elaborate on the bycatch bit. In brackets, it says, I know, because he gave up pretty quickly. In brackets, it says, I know you find both coexisting in estuaries.
Okay.
But, I know you find both coexisting in estuaries, but Trevs are just better.
You know what? I'll pay the argument.
Now, there was a follow-up comment, and this is going to talk your language, Ad, so I want to break this one down a bit.
Yep.
And we've spoken about this style of thing a bit too on the Deep Drop, so I love that he's really lent into it. So, Silver Trevally could be the G League equivalent, and GTs could be the NBA equivalent.
Yes.
Could make it global with the amount of different Trevally species out there. And then I just finish with, oh shit, the Trevally World Cup. Adam, over to you.
I think he just signed and sealed the argument.
It's so...
You had me at G League.
Yep.
Because I can't relate anything brim fishing to elite sport.
Brim's a brim, mate.
Brim's a brim.
You know? Yeah.
Whereas, so brim's domestic league. That's where you cut your teeth.
Yeah, it is. Trev's...
It's a Saturday morning comp.
You qualify, dominate the Brim League, and all of a sudden you're in the G League, fishing for Silver Trevally with the best in the world of up-and-comer, kids, draftees, rookies. Oh. And then all of a sudden you're in the Golden League.
Well, you get a 10-day contract so you're 10-day contract. You get just a taste. You get to see someone sitting on the bench. You get to see someone catch a giant trevally, and you're like,
but no. But
we're
missing a step. We're missing a step because there is another league in between, and it's the Golden League of Golden Trevally.
Yeah, no, but that's playing overseas. So
that's Euroball.
That's playing overseas. It's Eurobasket. It's like you've got the pinnacle, G League in NBA pinnacle,
Straight
giant trevally. But
Trevally.
you can branch out and you can go and get experience from all over the world.
Yeah.
Bludger trevally.
You might go.
Golden trevally, tea leaf trevally, diamond trevally. You've got all these different leagues, Luke, all over the world to hit the pinnacle of GTs.
But ultimately, everyone wants to come back to the pinnacle, don't they?
They want to fish for giant
GT's
trevally.
the big league. The big dollars are there.
That's right.
The big egos.
And the choice is yours. Do you stay? Do you continue with the G League, just hammering Silver Trevally and all different techniques to get the call up on a GT trip,
right.
or do you take your talents to all the different parts of the Trevally spectrum and try and get an overall experience?
Because you can still get a good contract on Golden Trevally and pay significant cash. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people go to the Euroball for just some Golden Trevally action to pay for, set themselves up for life. Don't necessarily have the drive or the want to hit the big time GT league. Some of them will go obscure places and fish the Diamond Trevally League.
Just for the experience.
It's a bit more social. It's a bit of fun. Yeah. It's wacky. It's a wild nightlife.
Training's not as intense.
No, you don't have to train. Once a week. And then others will just grind, won't they? Some will go through all the leagues to get to the number one spot. That's right.
And they might one day get one call up to one trip. And then there might be a little bit of insanity thrown in there. They might get the call up out of nowhere, go on an epic GT trip, get 6 GTs to 60, 70 pound in one trip, and then go back the next time, and that it doesn't happen for them.
Doesn't happen.
And they're gone.
Or ever again, and they're gone.
Yeah, that's right. They're gone. Back to the G League. You hear of them in some Diamond Trevally League 6 years later. Like, remember Linsanity?
And not even dominating the Diamond Trevally League either.
No, just going
okay. Going okay.
Yeah.
But, wow. What a spin. I'm here for it.
This is maybe... did Trevally just...
A Trevally is a family.
Yeah.
As a family. One of the best there is. And underrated. Heavily underrated.
So Trevally's a family unit, a bonding experience, where maybe a brim's just a cheeky hookup.
Maybe. You can still talk about it with your mates.
Yeah, it's a good story.
But you're not setting up a life with it.
Some people get caught up in that lifestyle.
Some do, don't they?
And that's
they do.
They're just brim fishermen for life.
Fuck. And that's okay.
That's okay.
We're okay with that. Jesus. We've reached a new level of
This is big time.
World Cup tournaments right now.
Yeah. This is insanity. This is complete insanity. And I'm here for it. It makes perfect sense to me.
If you make the cut, you're in the G League, you're fishing Silver Trevally ads, you're doing really well. Over the space of 2.5 years, you're at the level where it's crossroads. What are you doing? Are you going to keep the grind, keep the foot down, keep grinding hard, knowing that is the pathway to the GT big time league? Or are you going to explore some options?
You got to chase the dream, don't you?
Yeah, you got to chase the dream.
You got to chase the dream.
The dream's always there. It's just about how you reach that pinnacle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you're a young Silver Trevally phenom, if you've got that localized talent where they just can't touch you, do you go straight over to the GT League, or you got to, don't you?
If it's open, if that option is presented to you, you've got to go for it.
Well, what about this question? Would you rather go overseas and enter straight into the GT League? Maybe not get insane court time. You just get a sniff of a GT. You might be able to have a couple of casts. Mm-hmm. You might hook a small one. You might foul hook one in the tail. But it's never really buckling. But if you just keep grinding away, you get a shot.
Mm.
Or are you hitting the other Trevally leagues, getting solid minutes, catching really good fish?
Yeah, seeing success.
Yes, seeing a lot of court time, seeing a lot of casts.
Yeah,
but being able to put in a lot of casts, try a few different techniques.
It's a tough call. I don't
minutes.
know. My gut sort of, or my heart, or my head. I don't know which one it is, but it says even if you're not getting the minutes, go and experience it. But then I go, am I working myself out of form? That's the danger.
Yeah, but it's a long game. Fishing. It's a long game. I feel there's
it only takes a couple of injuries. It only takes a couple of injuries of teammates, and you go, hey, you're on.
A little bit of luck, catch fire.
To round this out, what about on the flip side? You're a vet. Your career in the GT League's coming to an end.
You're getting railed a few too many times per game.
You're getting dusted up a fair bit on the bombies and reefs. You can't pull them off those bombies like you used to be able to, and that's okay.
16 kilos of drag just feels like it's 30.
It's getting heavier. You've been in the game for 15 years. You've seen all sorts of technology in rods and reels, but it is
you've seen the highs and lows of GT fishing.
Yeah. Championships.
You've seen the 30, 40, 50 kilo fish. You've seen them. You've tasted it.
Yeah, you've been there. Are you bowing out gracefully and waving farewell to the industry and the league and the tournament and the competition that you've loved for 15 years and just calling it and enjoying retirement? You might get a gig on a commentary team or, as a sort of a coaching type role. Or are you just going, you know what, I'm going to go and just finish off the last 3 or 4 years back in the G League fishing for Silver Trevally, just having a bit of fun?
I think this is where I maybe differ from some people. I think I'd go out gracefully. I'd rather call it 2 years early than 2 years late.
And completely hang up the popping gloves?
Listen, I might dabble in a social league.
No, I'm talking professionally.
Oh, professionally, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd exit gracefully.
Yeah.
I would 100% try and pick up a commentary role.
Yeah.
Just slide into a commentary team somewhere.
The media gig seems that
stay in the game. Yeah, stay in the game, but without the on-rod pressure.
On you.
I think that'd be nice.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I mean, if there's anything you've learnt from the Deep Drop over the years community, it is that we are all about these tournaments, these global tournaments.
That's
There's
right.
another one. Lock it in. It's happening. Ads, what does 25 years of innovation and development get you?
I'm tipping a fair result, Luke.
Correct. And that's exactly what the team at Spotter Sunglasses have done. 100% Australian owned and operated. Spotters are designed to survive and withstand Australia's toughest conditions.
From chasing barra in the top end, fishing the rugged WA coast, exploring Tassie, suffering through the bitterly cold winters here in Victoria, or cruising up the east coast of Australia, Whatever you do and wherever you go, Spotters literally have a pair to cover all of it.
And you're covered from the glare and UV exposure with Spotters.
And they're bloody stylish and comfortable too.
The range of frames and lenses is massive, so do yourself a favour and head over to spotters.com.au and check them out.
Luke, you'll have to excuse my darling dog losing her absolute fucking mind in the background.
She's a regular on the show.
Yeah.
The community are well aware of the dog.
There must be a possum or a person or potential home invasion about to happen because she's losing her mind. But I digress. There's I've been thinking about a bit of stuff recently, Luke. We've had some unbelievable weather that we alluded to at the top of this pod. And I found straight away it's worked wonders for the funk. I'm motivated again. And then to have the community step in and really uplift, I'm probably more excited about fishing than I've been in quite a long time.
That's great to hear. Great to hear.
So I'm feeling really good. But it did make me reflect on some things that I've said, some things that I've suggested, and some things that I know I'm going to go through in the next couple of months.
Right.
There's two things I want to bring up specifically, and then I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
The question I'm about to ask you is based around a hunch. Okay. Essentially, what I want to know is how good are you at acting on said hunch? So I've had two hunches that are going to haunt me, I think. Well, actually, maybe. The first one was when we were talking about monthly rezos, and I threw the word Mulloway out there. It was a hunch.
Right.
It was a hunch. I thought at that specific time that I said it, I'm like, ooh, it could be Mulloway time.
Yeah.
My second hunch, well, it's not really a hunch, but it's more snapper aren't going to be far away, Luke. Now, I fully intend to launch into another season of Snapper Diaries.
Good. Do you know what? I don't actually think we got far enough in, and we didn't dive deep enough into those diaries. So I'm looking forward to season 2 of the Snapper Diaries.
And their strategy there, but more a hunch. And what I mean by hunch is we always get to that September mark and spring starts to go, hey, just going to start ticking the water temp up by half a degree every day.
Yeah.
And I'm really going to... And then, it's going to get up a degree and a half, and then it's going to go, guess what?
Yeah, I'm going again.
Cold front. And it backs off a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but more the hunch. How good are you at acting on the hunch? Are you good at identifying the hunch, putting it into perspective and going, should I go now or should I wait? So here's how I reacted to the two hunches that I just outlined. Mulloway. I had a hunch. Do you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Never went.
But there's still time. There's still time.
Never went.
Yeah.
Then the next hunch is snapper are going to start soon.
Yeah.
When do I act? What's more valuable, being the first one to get a snapper or getting lots of snapper? Because I found last season I went too early and burnt myself out.
You did.
Because I was catching loads of
small
keyring pinkies.
Yeah.
But couldn't get a good one. And then by the time the pinkies had thinned out a little bit, I was pretty over it.
Yeah.
So how good are you at acting on a hunch? What's the last hunch you had?
Trying to think. I think there's quite a lot of on water hunches. Do you know what I mean? So in the middle of a session type hunch where you might be, should we go and actually? You know what? I do have an example of a hunch, and a shout out to John Didge, who I'm catching up with in the morning on the river for our on water meetings.
Hitting a spono.
He and I.
No, it's not hitting a. What are those other fucking things we're doing?
What?
The rezo.
Oh, yes.
Hitting a rezo?
I thought you had a mini meltdown then. I didn't know.
I did. No, I did. Everything stopped. All brain functioning stopped. My mouth just got away from me. I apologise, community.
No.
It's
Hey,
poor form.
No, don't apologise. I feared for your life for a second. I thought, what's happened, Adam?
So did I. I thought I had a brain aneurysm. I thought I was going to have to. I had the first
Jesus
the first two zeros dialed.
I know. Wow. I don't even know what you just said. What was your actual question?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
chasing a
something about
reso.
that
Yeah, look, potentially. No, well, definitely it's on the cards. There's about 3 that are they're a chance for tomorrow. And 1 metre barra's not one of them. But there are a few opportunities. So bear with me. He and I were fishing earlier in the year and we're checking out, no, I wouldn't say it's new water, but it was just water we don't fish a hell of a lot. But we ended up, as the day went on a bit, the afternoon got on a bit. The hunch I had was if there's going to be estuary perch eating topwater, it has to be here on this corner. It just has to be. All the factors and variables were right. It just, the hunch, and we kept sort of talking about it, and we ended up following through with said hunch and had a wicked sort of hour just as that sun was dipping down type, last light type topwater bite. So that's a hunch that we followed up on. But I feel like most of mine are like that in the moment.
In-game hunch.
In-game hunch. I'm not going to say I'm great at them. Like, obviously, I've just told you one that worked, but I can guarantee there's 50 that don't work to every one that does. I think it's worth.
So it's beautiful. No, it's beautiful because it leads into the second part.
Right.
What happens when you act on the hunch and it doesn't happen? Do you put that down to my hunch was off, not worth it?
Yeah.
Or nah, this hunch feels good. I think I need to go again.
Yeah, that's where I'm more. I more sit in that column, because I also think that I'd rather follow through with said hunch and fail than go home that day going, fuck, I should have just given it a crack.
Well, because that's where I know for a fact it's where I would have gone wrong with the Mulloway hunch. Say I acted on said hunch, went down, had a cast for a couple of hours, didn't get one. I would have. I know for a fact I would have. I would have gone. Well, that hunch was off.
Yeah.
No more Mulloway fishing for a while.
Ever. You would have written it off. See, I think your hunch and lack
Do
of...
I have unrealistic hunches?
No. Nothing's unrealistic. We know this about fishing. But I think your lack of hunch, the lack of ability to go after a hunch may have led to your fishing funk. The hunch leads to funk. Hunch funk. You're in a hunch funk.
Oh.
You're in a hunch funk.
We're getting deep.
That's what's happening right now. You're in a hunch funk.
I'm in a hunch funk.
Yeah.
So do I just need to hit on a hunch?
Yes.
And the funk is broken?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Win, lose or draw. Follow the hunch. Follow through with said hunch. Get out of the funk.
I'm writing that down.
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Hunch funk. What? Hashtag hunch funk.
Yeah.
You need to get out of your own head about the hunch. The funk.
I need to pick one hunch to unfunk.
Yes.
Because the problem is so many hunches all at once.
Yeah.
And I can't choose
I
a
get
hunch.
that. I get that.
You know what I mean?
That becomes brain fog. That's where it gets hard.
Yeah.
But I think like your Mulloway one, you gave up on the hunch and it led you into a funk.
Yeah, this is true.
So I think
Before I even had a crack.
you didn't even give it a nudge.
No.
So
Yeah,
I think the next hunch you get, and maybe it's this maybe it's snapper.
Snapper, yeah.
And I know you went.
Yeah.
You said you went early last year and you burnt out, but I think your candle was short. I reckon you could have kept going.
I could have. No, seriously, I could have, but I'm actually, for me, I'm actually somewhat proud of Snapper Diaries
It's great.
because I did go more than once.
Yeah.
Actually, I went quite a few times,
Yeah.
and I didn't get a good one.
There were several journal entries.
Yeah, so I didn't give up after the first
No.
sesh, not getting a good one.
I think one of your Snapper Diary entries featured an ice jig at one stage as well.
Did it did? I actually did fish ice jigs.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it.
No.
But I fished ice jigs on them.
They will catch. Anyway, we've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's what I mean. I don't know. How do you feel about that? I feel like the community's behind me on this, and me and the community collectively want you to follow your next hunch.
Okay.
Just have a crack,
Okay.
and don't.
I'm just going to call it now because I don't want anyone bugging me about the hunch.
No.
Because my hunch, and it could change because we're still very, very early. We're not even in the season yet.
But even
my hunch is to wait. So
Yeah.
not start snapper fishing in the start of September.
Yeah.
Wait till that late October when shit starts to happen. But the problem is, Luke, I see fish getting caught and go, it's now.
Well,
But my hunch is to wait.
Yeah.
My hunch is to wait.
To hold off. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just back the hunch. I think that's we collectively just want to see you. Don't dismiss the hunch too early. As in, even if you're doing it, even if you followed it and you go, oh no, because you got to remember some hunches turn into the greatest fishing stories of all time.
I know.
And it might be outrageous, the actual hunch. It might be like, oh, just something tells me I should try
Meet a barra.
meet a barra. See, hey, that's still not completely off the cards.
That wasn't even a hunch, Luke. I'm not going to lie. I had that penciled in.
That was confidence. That was.
I had that penciled in. I've never been more confident about anything in my life.
That was a lock.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see you follow a hunch, and I think you've got it in you. We're behind you. And if it's the first entry of the Snapper Diaries for the year, so be it. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go. But but those hunches come and go. Like you might side shift completely and end up, following a hunch to chase another mulloway or something.
Yeah.
We're all for it. We're all here for it.
Probably won't.
Should we? Maybe it's the hunch diaries from here on in.
Ooh, that's not bad.
And whenever because there is a bit of a lag,
because there is a little bit of a lag between, what I'm thinking now and late October for Snapper.
So what about this then? On Instagram, we will put up a tile, and we just want to know when you followed your hunch. Is that the wording? When did you act on a hunch?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And you don't have to write an essay.
No,
Perfect one for a voice memo.
Yeah. You can send voice messages. We haven't had a good one for a while, so send them through and we can play them on the show. Yeah. But when did you act on a hunch? And what was the result? So you might just you don't have to write an essay. You could just comment, zigged when I should have zagged.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Or acted on a hunch.
Had a hunch.
Caught a metre and a half.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Right.
All right, sweet. We'll look out for that on the gram and Threads.
Said no one ever.
Let us know while you're commenting on all that. Let us know if you're on Threads. All right, that's enough of that. It's time we need to get stuck into what has become an absolute staple of the deep drop. And I'm not talking about...
I think most penis...
What I'm talking about, Adam...
That's also a staple.
That is also a staple. It's featured heavily. I wonder how many episodes has this been in now?
I think most penis...
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Listen,
to be fair, Brooksy, I think most penis too.
We all collectively, we all think most penis.
Yeah.
And I think, Brooksy, it is also time to get you on the show, my friend.
100%.
Yeah.
You need to explain yourself.
Yeah. Let's do this.
The deep drop.
top 6. That's a big statement right there. It's a big...
I think most penis...
I've got to get my notes up for this one. Adam, I'm going to let you introduce what the top 6 is for this week because it's... Well, it threw us all off guard, but we're doing it.
Luke, you and I were trying to work out late this afternoon because that's about when we start planning this program.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out something that we could do for top 6. Now, there is a tiny bit of planning. We get a little bit conscious about how many times or how many topics we're covering when we're doing top 6.
Yep.
So we sat on it for a few hours, and I got a random text message from you, and all it said was kitchen utensils.
Yeah.
And my initial thought was, fuck yes.
Yeah. Well, there's no rhyme or reason to anything on the deep drop. That's for sure.
No.
So
tonight, we go on the top 6 kitchen utensils. Now, are you handy in the kitchen?
Oh,
You have a crack?
yeah, have a crack. Yeah.
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 Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Can clean.
I'm not going to claim I'm any good at it, but I have a crack.
Can clean.
My dishwasher can clean.
So, all right. So, yeah, I mean, this is great because when you actually start thinking about it, there's some good ones,
There is some good ones.
As we've done in a few of these sorts of things, ads, we're talking about the best version of the kitchen utensil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, which will make sense as we go through, I dare say. I'm very, very curious as to what you've got. And again, for anyone new, this is one thing that we genuinely do not share with each other until
That's right.
Until now. In fact, there's a fair bit we don't. A lot of it's ad lib, but this is 100%. So we make our own lists and come to the party. So effectively 3 each, but quite often we might.
Well, we have to have some in the bank just in case we double up.
Yeah, exactly. Which happens a bit.
Yeah, it does.
Not crazy often, but anyway. All right. Well, what do you want to? Do you want to?
Well, this is a hard one for me. I'm still.
Do you want to kick off? Do you want to kick off just to get a bit of momentum?
Yeah. All right.
Go on.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna roll straight in because we're gonna need some explanation for each of these.
Sure.
But anyway, I'm going with it. All right.
Go.
Number 1, a sharp knife.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there anything more satisfying than cutting anything with a sharp knife? Now, the one that comes to mind immediately. Grab your favourite knife.
Yep.
Try and cut a tomato.
Oh, thank you.
Try and cut a tomato.
Well, they're the ultimate test of any sort of blade, aren't they?
Yep.
The tomato skin.
Yep. You could be living a lie thinking that your favourite knife is legit.
Yeah.
A tomato will tell you if you've got a shit knife or a good knife.
It will sort out the shit from the good real quick.
Correct. And if your favourite knife is serrated, man up.
Yeah, no, fair.
There's only one use for a serrated knife.
Yeah.
It's to cut bread. That's it.
Well, I was going to say that's a bit harsh on a bread knife because a good bread knife is really important.
But if you're using your good bread knife to cut a tomato...
No, shit, no.
I think you need to lift your knife game.
Yeah, no, I'm not an idiot. All right. Oh, that's solid. Yeah, good one. All right. So for me, this was the first that came to mind because this is about versatility.
Oh, I've got one too like that.
Number 2, tongs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to say much more. Tell me a situation that they're not useful. You can't. Every situation.
Yeah. And there's a huge difference between a good set of tongs and a terrible set of tongs.
Yeah. Yeah. I want them to be solid. I want them to be firm, and I want them to...
Do you like a long tong or a short tong?
Well, it depends. I mean, we might need to get some actual measurements going here, but the extra length in a tong is unnecessary for pretty much every occasion. I'm not sure why they make them. Oh, there'll be a reason.
There's only one I can think of why there'd be a long tong.
What's that?
You know when you try and tong a snag on the barbecue
Yeah.
and you're not on the actual hot plate, you're on
The grill.
and
A flame rears up.
the barbecue's unbelievably hot.
Yeah, you know what I say to that? Fucking harden up, Adam.
Yeah, but
You know, that's disappointing to
pretty
hear
hot.
from you. You're a better
can be pretty hot.
you're a better character than that. Get your hand in there and shut up.
So no tongs. Just go with the fingers.
Yeah. I just think they're very useful in many occasions when it's whether it's a hot surface or you're mixing something or you need to
Yeah.
There's not much they can't do.
That's fair. So my next entry plays on the same theory as the tongs. So number 3, a stainless spatula.
Oh, okay.
Now, listen, hear me out. You know when you might be, say, cooking a steak or, cooking the chicken breast or something,
Yeah.
and listen, you might have forgot to do the dishes the night before. You might have forgot to put the dishy on.
Yeah.
Tongs are in the dishy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, are they? You in the dishy with the tongs?
Oh, mate, everything goes in the dishy.
Shoes.
I'd bathe me children in the dishy. A spatula can be a really versatile bit of kit. I can make an argument that there's some things that can only be worked conveniently with a spatula. Tongs won't cut it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like an egg. I mean, if you're some sort of psychopath that cooks an egg and has to flip it so that your yolk isn't runny,
Right.
A, you're not welcome here. but B, it's the only tool for the job.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
And I don't want no flimsy plastic crap.
No.
No, she's got to be a nice stainless spatula.
Yeah. Righto.
I can mix me scrambled eggs.
Yeah, it's a bit of a utility, isn't it? Bit of a utility tool. Yeah.
Just a versatile bit of kit to have in your arsenal when you hit the kitchen.
I don't hate it. I'm certainly not against it. That's a good one. Most people should have one.
Yeah.
It's that sort of situation.
And I think the one most of us would probably have is the high quality barbecue one. You know, the one that's a little bit of a scraper and it's got like a little
bit of everything.
Fork business at the end and
Sure.
kind of sharp and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's almost a bit overkill. Over-engineered, some of those ones. Just give us a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah.
Something I can just slide on in. Righto. Yeah, good. All right. We're getting a good collection going here. I am going with number 4. Number 4, peeler. But it has to be a good peeler. Don't give me none of that shit.
Talk me through a good peel.
Well, I think it's all in the blade. I think it's all in the mechanics of the blade. Sure, you can get solid or flimsy handle situations, but I don't think that's where the quality comes from. I think it's in the blade.
Yeah.
I think it's probably something about manufacturing, where it's from, what it's made from. But I just think you very quickly know whether it's a good one or a bad one when you start using it. And if it's not a clean peel and smooth peel, it drives me mental.
So when you're using said peeler, are you a peel towards or away type guy?
Away? What do you mean?
You don't sound like you've tried this. Write this down.
Towards? Like a psychopath? What are you talking about?
The next time you need to peel a carrot, how do you peel a carrot?
I hold the end of it and...
Yeah. And you peel away from yourself?
Yeah, of course I do.
So how do you peel a potato? Away?
Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. So there's different applications. I get that. Oh, yeah, I think with a potato or something like that, it can be...
Okay, but you said away for a carrot.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're friends.
Yeah.
It's the only way, because you can speed peel.
Yeah, exactly.
Efficiently.
You can fang it. And then even when you get towards the back end of it, or, you're nearly finished a potato, for example, then you speed peel the end of that. Just
and all the little shit brown bits, you can
you just
flick them off real quick.
But doing that with a high-quality peeler, means you are just genuinely and generally happier in life.
Yeah.
So, that might help you get out of your funk. Get yourself a good peeler.
Yeah.
It's amazing what it'll do.
Yeah, that's right. It's noticeable. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
I'm not sure if my next one can technically be classified as utensil. So I'll name it, and I want you to clarify it for me.
Okay.
Number 5, a meat thermometer.
It's a good choice. I think that's a good one to be in there. I think it's super important as a utensil, a part of the utensil sort of, roster. I like it.
It's not something that went into my rotation till I got a little bit older.
Yeah.
When I really developed a deep hatred of eating dry shit.
Yeah.
So I'll use the meat thermometer for everything. I had just cooked up a heap of chicken tenders tonight.
Thermoed that
Just
shit. Yeah.
thermoed it.
Yeah.
Made sure I wasn't going to make the kids sick.
Yeah, good.
But also wanted a juicy tender.
Of course you do. Yeah. I like
Use it on my steaks.
Yeah, perfect. And the outcome is always good?
Not always, because there's a bit of a rhythm. There's a bit of a rhythm on how to get that temp. I find it a roast, like roast lamb or roast beef in particular.
Yeah.
You got to nail the temps.
Yeah.
It can be so easy to overcook that bad boy, and now you're just eating beef flavored boot leather.
Yeah, it makes for it's hard.
No one wants that.
No
one wants that.
Well, I think that's great. I like it. I think that's a great addition. I'm looking down here thinking, well, this is, good quality in everything we've mentioned so far is putting together a must-have for any kitchen. I'm thinking about a utensil set that might be Deep Drop branded.
Yeah, why not? Green handles?
Yes. All right, let's round this bad boy out with number 6. So we've got some great situations going on here. And similarly to the peeler, for me, this is talking high-end. Or not high-end, but just good quality. You know what I mean? So number 6, can opener.
Oh.
Because if you get a shit one, it will let you down time and time again to the point where you're starting to lose the food or the actual. It's just not.
It costs you money.
It costs you money.
It costs you money. How many windows have you needed to replace? Because you've been trying to open a can and it's not working, so you just launch the bastard in a fit of rage.
Yeah. And it's
that's a great one.
Yeah.
That could be number 1.
Yeah.
We could have a definitive number 1 for the first time ever in Deep Drop, like top 6 history.
What do you reckon makes
apart from barbecue shapes?
A good quality can opener? Do you reckon it's the blade, the wheel?
The blade. Yeah, but I think overall...
Or is it the clamp? I think it's the clamp's got a lot to do with it too.
I think it's just a whole system.
Yeah, it's a system.
It has to, because there's no point having a really good cutter if you can't clamp on.
Wow. I mean, that's perfectly said. Perfectly said.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to find.
There's no point having a Shimano Stella if you're going to load it with 25-year-old mono.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or just mono in general.
Maybe. Yeah. So the can opener, eh?
That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one.
Don't give me a shit one of them.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's have a look. So the kitchen utensils top 6: sharp knife, specifically.
Yeah.
Tongs, spatula, peeler, meat thermometer, can opener.
Yeah.
All of the highest quality.
All of the highest quality.
High quality of any of those is bloody brilliant.
And 100% instantly noticeable if it's not of high quality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's within 6 seconds? Less, maybe.
Oh, less.
Of use.
You know with a can opener, the second that it touches the can, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's grasping
instant,
the can correctly here.
Same as a peeler. The minute you put that peeler blade on a carrot or something, you just know, this is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a solid top 6. We do, before we wrap up, need to position them.
Correct.
As we've been doing for the last month in the basketball starting 5 and bench. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Have you got any thoughts initially? I've kind of.
I think straight away a sharp knife goes into point guard because I think having a point guard that can just carve it up and carve it up. You want your point guard being willing and able to carve up the defense. So we go the sharp knife at PG.
Well, Adam, for me, tongs are the defensive clamps, if you will.
Oh, okay. So
You know what I'm saying?
So are you putting the tongs in at 5, or are you thinking a 4-man?
Yeah, I think playing at 4 and really clamping down on either of their sort of mid type bigs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So more like a 3-and-D type guy.
Let's go 3. Let's go that small forward sort of position.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So we need a shooting guard.
Well, I feel as though actually let's tackle.
Well, I think there's a clear
the
center.
Can opener.
There's a clear 5 for us out in this list.
What are you thinking?
Spatula. Yeah.
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 Just
he's
long
starting
and
center.
long and tall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a 7'4" monster.
Beast.
Just
Solid.
don't really need to do anything.
Heavy.
Just block shots, box out, and maybe
a couple of tip-ins and
screen and roll.
Yeah,
Screen and roll.
Yeah,
You're not creating your own shots. You're just mopping up the deck. So I like that.
Yeah.
Where are we putting? Where are we putting the can opener? I feel as though the can opener out of this list is the ultimate Swiss Army knife. It's a starter. I think it's definitely a starter. But are we putting him in at shooting guard as an elite shooter, like a Klay Thompson in his prime type, lockdown defender and elite shooter?
I was going to say elite shooter, but goes very underrated for his defensive abilities as well.
So we're locking him in at the shooting guard?
Yeah, lock it in. And then we just need to fill that 4 spot, which...
What have we got left?
Peeler and meat thermometer. I can't help but see Peeler coming off the bench consistently and effectively. Do you know what I mean?
In what role?
Oh, and this is the thing. I think he's going to be playing one of your smaller positions, but he can play big.
Oh, so
do you know what I'm saying?
One through, so bit of a Draymond type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Grab a rebound.
Yeah.
Can hit an open shot, but not relied on to.
No, I was going to say can score inside and not bad sort of jump shot, but he's not a 3-point shooter, and that's okay because we've got some absolute sharpshooters out there already. So I think meat thermometer comes in the 4 position.
In the 4-man.
Which feels right.
Just a bit of a meat axe.
Feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just prodding.
Yeah,
you know?
just not the quickest on the team, but important. Knows its role.
Well, I would almost say the captain because he sets the temperature of the. You know what I'm saying?
Like
you know
this.
what I'm saying?
I like this. Yes. Okay.
Sets the environment.
Okay, so more in a leadership position, not so much can play.
It's sort of Al Horford type situation.
Yes, yeah, perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
Veteran. Locker room looks up to him. I like it. Sets the temperature of the squad and the locker room. I like it a lot.
That's a good starting 5. I'm comfortable with that. It's a great top 6. That's us for another week, ads. We've got a lot to get through. Massive shout out again for the Deep Drop Rui squid jigs. And if you do want to get your hands on them at this point, and you also want to get your hands on some merch ads, the deepdrop.au, buy the combo, which is the cap and the stubby holder, and we'll bloody throw in a squid jig for you.
Why not?
When did you act on a hunch, we want to ask?
Yep.
We covered off on the next greatest global tournament, which is Trevally.
Proper excited about that.
Yeah, me too. And, of course, the top 6. What did we miss? What was a glaring omission? What should be in there?
Right?
Yeah, the position's right. How do you feel about it? Nominate your favourite kitchen utensil if it's not there. Ads, we're going to see you again real soon. See ya.
Peace.